Prime Minister meets Tianguan Group's company in China. Agriculture stakeholders consults climate change adaptation expert for innovative strategies, and huge demand for local red papaya in the Australian market. Good evening, you're watching Fiji Today. A Chinese giant in fuel production has expressed interest in starting up ethanol production using cassava in Fiji. Prime Minister Commodore Barenge Bainimarama was alerted of this interest during his meeting with Zhang Zhaoyang, the president of Tianguan Group and Zhongzhou Natural Gas Corporation. Commodore Bainimarama is in China meeting with potential Chinese investors.
Tianguan Group is a Chinese giant that specializes in fuel production that includes ethanol, biobutanol, biodiesel and industrial methane, with average annual sales tripping the $5 billion mark. Company President Zhang Zhaoyang says they are interested in producing as much as 200,000 tons of ethanol annually from about 1.5 million tons of fresh cassava. Tianguan officials plan to visit Fiji in December to further discuss a business relationship with the government and other stakeholders. For its part, the Fijian government will facilitate the investment mission. Prime Minister Commodore Barenge Bainimarama is serious about seeing this investment through, especially after a similar project failed to rise beyond negotiation stage, disappointing and causing losses to rural farmers who had invested in commercial cassava farming.
Selected senior government officials attended an international diplomacy training workshop at the PSC Training Centre in Suva this morning. The officials will now form a pool of civil servants trained in international diplomacy that government can call on when the need arises. Minister for Foreign Affairs Ratuinoke Kumbombola opened the course, reiterating the need for such trainings to be held often.
The 20 civil servants from various government departments receive a crash course on the contemporary environment of international relations. Of particular interest is the ways that states, especially Fiji, can work to further the country's interests through effective international diplomacy. They also looked at the challenges for foreign services and the emergence of new power centers in world politics. Government is directed under the People's Charter for Change, Peace and Progress to enhance international relations. Creating the pool of diplomatic service civil servants will support that overall effort. Ratuinoke added that diplomatic training can no longer be restricted to officials who embark on a diplomatic career through the foreign services.
There is a huge demand for the local red papaya in the Australian market. This has inspired the Agriculture Department to boost production levels to meet growing demands for the red papaya, which is especially popular in Melbourne. The red papaya's sweetness, flavour and physical beauty is said to be giving it an edge over other papaya varieties.
This year, Fiji has exported 644 tons of red papaya, 85% of which were headed for the Australian markets. The remainder was exported to New Zealand. This is a change from last year's export trends. 70% of the 2009 tons of red papaya exported last year was headed for the New Zealand market. This year, the department hopes to hit 900 tons by year and tipping the 800 tons record that was exported 10 years ago. Principal Agricultural Officer Western Sugrim Chan says with Australians clamoring after the fruit, that the land for Fiji is boosting local production to meet the demand.
Join us again after the break.